Hiya guys, Mr. Mackie here. Now for the penultimate week of my channel, we're going to be looking at some number topics, just like how we started the channel in the first place. Now for this week, we're going to be looking at 3 different number topics that I have not yet covered. And let's check it out. The first topic we're going to look at are ratios. Now ratios is when we share and split certain amounts into parts that are not always equal. Let's see what we mean. So here's a good example. I want to represent the amount that Carl has and the amount Fred has in a ratio. So we're starting off with Carl because that's the one at the top. What we do is we write 6 and then we put a colon there. Now this colon means in maths terms 2. We'll get to that in a minute. Not 2 the number, the word T0, T-O. Then we put Fred's amount here. So the ratio is 6 to 30. Now, ratios must be simplified, and we'll explain why in a sec. So let's simplify it. How many 6s go into 6? Well, 1. And how many 6s go into 30? Well, 5. So what I've basically shown, what this ratio is telling us is that every £1 that Carl has, Fred has £5. So it's 1 to 5. You will see this a lot in bookies and bookmakers. For every £1 that you put in for a bet, you would get £5 back. That's what it basically means. It's all ratio. Now, let's look at another one. So I did a psychology degree at the University of East Anglia. Definitely a great uni. And one thing I noticed when I did my degree was that it was a very women-heavy course. There weren't many men on the course. There were a lot of women on it. I actually remember that on my first year at the course, there were 40 men, but 180 women. So I want to express this in a ratio. So let's start off with the 40, and then we do the dots, and then we put 180. But this can obviously be simplified. I'll first get rid of the zeros. So we do 4 to 18. But these are also both even numbers, so I can simplify it further, 2 to 9. I can't simplify any more though because 2 is a prime number. So what we just found out is that for every 2 men on my psychology course, there were 9 women. Not having a problem with it, I actually made quite a few friends from that. But it's quite extraordinary when you think about it like that. For every 2 men in a room, there are 9 women as well. That is a big jump. Now you may also get questions like this, where we only know one of them, but we know the total. So I want to find out the ratio of dogs, of how many people own dogs to how many people own cats in a group of 60 people. If there was anyone who didn't own any pets, I didn't include them in this because I was only focusing on dogs and cats, no others. So, how many people owned cats? Well, when you look at it like this, there's 36 who own dogs, 60 in total. Do some subtraction, so 24 people owned cats. So let's represent this in a ratio. So we do 36 to 24. Now this can be simplified. We can divide it by 6 to become 6 to 4. And this can be simplified further, 3 to 2. So for every 3 people who own dogs, 2 people would own cats. That's what it basically means. And obviously what some people are thinking, well, how come you put the big number in front? All the others you put the big number at the end. It doesn't matter. You have to put it in the order the question asks. If dogs come first, you put dogs first. If cats come second, you put cats second. No matter how big or small the number is. Now I think I've done quite a bit on ratios already and I think you're starting to grasp it, so let's do a challenge now. Not all ratios are 2 parts though. Like this one, some are 3 parts. So here's your challenge. I want you to represent this information in a 3-part ratio, from red to blue to green. What do we need to know to find out what green is? How can this help us find that out? And do we need to simplify? Take all those into account when working on this. Good luck guys. See you tomorrow with some more ratios.